Hello everyone, welcome back to Brian's Tech Tips. Today I am going to be showing you how to fix the oil leak mess that happens right here. Now I know you shouldn't have oil in your intake, and we'll talk about why oil gets in your intake a little bit later, but I see a lot of Intrepid owners, 300M owners, and Concord owners with the 3.2 or the 3.5 with like an oily mess right here. It's a super easy fix. You only need two tools. Let's get started. First, you just need a 10 millimeter. And then on the other bolt, you need a T27 Torx bit. Super easy. T27. And then you just pull this guy out. And then you have this fella. What seals this guy is an O-ring. Here's my new O-ring I just installed. I was trying to figure out the best way to make this video. So when you install this back together, I found it easiest to put the O-ring in the groove first and then install this back. Here is my old O-ring. This thing is ridiculously hard. Like, yeah, that's why your guys' stuff leaks. O-ring should be very, very flexible, but these cars are about 20 years old now, so that happens when cars get old. Then see, you can see this nice new O-ring, super flexible. What I like to do when installing the O-ring is we put it in this way. And you can see there's still a little bit of oil in my intake. I thought I cleaned it all out, but I guess not. And then I like to use a little bit of silicone paste around this part. It's really easy. Get a little bit of paste on there and just lube it up. That means makes it really easy for the O-ring to slide in and around that part. Now you might have to wiggle it a little bit. You can easily do this in your car. I just did it while my intake was out of the car to make this video. Now you can see that there's a little ring here. I'm gonna move you guys in a little closer just so you can see what I did. Now you can see that there is a little groove, so the O-ring will stay right there when you install. And now you can see it's perfectly flush. Reinstall your bolts. Don't over tighten these bolts. This is plastic. Just just enough that it stops. You don't need to go crazy, don't hulk it. Now, you do have a connector on this side right here where my finger is. Make sure to disconnect that before you take this out. Now, since mine's not in the car, I don't have the connector. Now, let's talk really quickly about why you get oil in your intake. Basically, you have something called a PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation valve. What that does is basically it's venting the air from the crankcase, and your PVC valve is right here. You should replace those every once in a while, probably every 20,000 miles or so, once a year. It's right here, and since it's connected to your crankcase, it's going to naturally suck up oil. Now, if it really bothers you and you really want to fix it, there's something called an oil catch can, which basically goes in between the PVC valve and the crankcase. It's totally normal. 5.7 Hemis suck up a lot of oil. These 3.2 and 3.5 liters seem to suck up a decent amount of oil. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's gonna happen. But when this develops a leak and you can see like all the oily grime around here, that means you have a vacuum leak, and that's going to hurt performance. And I hate losing performance. Now, the O-ring is called a 134 Vitin. You can get them on Amazon. Super easy, super cheap. I got a 10-pack, I think, for $9. I will leave the link in the description. Once again, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe.